The months have flown by and it's time for another wilderness canoe trip. The winter is over and spring is springing. Join me and Aaron as we take some time to explore the country in and around White Sand Lake in the Tobeatic Wilderness area in southwestern Nova Scotia for a spring canoe trip that won't soon be forgotten. Well, it's slept in this morning. It's day 4, Tuesday morning. It's about 10 minutes to 8, and there's a few. We got internet here and a phone signal, which is really unusual here at White Sand Lake. And Aaron got the weather, and it was forecast rain for today. And sure enough, they're calling for rain today. So we had a few sprinkles through the night, but this morning it started kind of in earnest for rain. So it's supposed to rain all morning and then clear off in the afternoon, and it'll be sunny, I think, for most of the rest of the week. It's all supposed to be cool today. Anyway, so I'm here in my tent, so I thought I'd show you my incredible lodgings and accommodations here first thing this morning. So I'm about to kind of get breakfast going. I'm going to have my sausage and hash brown and egg scramble this morning, so it requires some playing around with that. So I'm just going to kind of hang around in my tent while it rains and do that. So I stayed up late last night finishing my book. So in 3 days I read my whole book. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Read it again maybe. I need to start packing 2 books. It's heavy though. So here's my tent. Oh man, look at the space I got in here. So there's everything out of my backpack pretty much. See that or not? All piled in there, just jammed in. There's my sleeping bag and my pillow. And here's a mattress. I brought my Crocs inside to give myself. There's my vestibule. Oh, it's huge. And just outside the rainfly here is my pots and pans and food. So I'm going to bring that stuff in as it gets soaked now and get some stuff. I brought my Crocs in to give myself a little more space in my vestibule. So there we are. Here's all the room I got in this little cocoon here. So anyway, let's get some breakfast going. Not a lot of room. Not a lot of room. It's raining pretty good out there. Tuesday's food right here. Oh, the friggin'. It's super annoying doing stuff inside the tent. The tent is so small. It's fine for sleeping and reading and resting, but anything productive is not very good. I'll take out my... I'll leave it there. There's my breakfast scramble. Always careful with food in the tent. Be very careful not to get any food sitting around the tent. So I won't be able to boil any water or anything in here, so the tent might catch on fire because it's highly flammable. But I can do some prep stuff. Oh, this is super awkward. Super awkward. Eventually have a coffee. Decaf, of course, for me. That's what happens when you get old, boys and girls. of times when I make my coffee, I'll measure my water out. I'm also trying to be very careful not to spill any water inside my tent, which I'm trying very, very hard to do. Making a mess is my favorite thing to do. So a lot of times I'll measure my water out for my coffee so I don't use extra. I don't know how I got pine needles in there and filtered water, but I did. Pine needles everywhere. And then I'm going to rip the fly right off my tent. That's what I'm going to do. It keeps continually unwinding. I'll find my coffee, and I'll get some coffee ready. I'm going to have to go out in the rain, I think. Everything is packed in Ziploc bags. I'm trying to do as much as I can under cover. I got Aaron's bag. I gotta go out in the rain anyway. I got Aaron's bag, so I gotta go get my bag from Aaron, under Aaron's tarp. Ah, dear. Can't do anything right. We'll check in with you later.
It's been a good 3 days in the woods so far. This was Tuesday and the beginning of day 4 of our trip. Today was planned to be the first of 2 layover days on White Sand Lake. Rain had started through the night, so we were pretty slow to get going. Aaron's setup with the hammock is helpful in days like this, when we're not traveling, as he can rig up his tarp so as to make a shelter that we can both fit under to make food and to hang out. I started the day in my tent, messing around in the awkward, cramped space trying to get some breakfast prepared. I decided to have my sausage, egg, and hash brown scramble, which takes some time to prepare. Well, it takes some time to prepare if you want it to taste good, I guess. So I took the time, I made a coffee, and I had a nap, catching up on some much-needed rest. I guess you get tired when you stay up half the night reading, so I'm told.
What's the supper tonight?
I think I'm gonna have chicken broccoli casserole.
Chicken broccoli casserole. Turkey dinner? Turkey dinner.
Wowzers, that hot.
Shit is hard.
Woo.
Well, it's been a rainy day here, off and on, and we've been just taking it easy. I had a long nap this morning. Aaron got a fire going this morning while I was snoring away in my bed. So, early afternoon, we're going to go for a paddle, I think, get our rain gear on. It's not raining right now. And I'm just going to rehydrate my meal. I'm going to have my broccoli chicken casserole tonight, which I'm trying to do all with one hand here as I hold the camera. I'm too lazy today to do anything different, I guess. There's my turkey. So, I love this meal. It turns out excellent. I bring it quite a bit because of how good it is. And how good I think it is. Anyway, that's what we're going to have tonight. So, there's Aaron gathering firewood. The wettest stuff we can find. So I'm heading out for a walk around. I'm going to explore some of the beaches around the coves. Mist is kind of blown in. I'm all dressed up in my new shiny rain pants. Woo, shiny rain pants. There's our beach. The campsite is, and there's beaches everywhere on White Sand Lake, so I'm going to stomp through the woods for a bit. Go exploring. Aaron's going to do the real work by gathering firewood and keeping things ready to live while I go and play.
So, as you can see, we decided not to go for a paddle with the rain threatening. I had a wonderful bushwhack about a third of the way around the lake, playing in the hardhacks, looking at the pine trees and the thick, misty fog across the water, and walking on every white sand beach that I came across. It is remarkable how many beaches there are on this lake. I pushed my way out to each one through the hardhacks and brush to walk along its expanse, and to take some video, of course. It probably looks like the same beach over and over again here, but each one had its own unique characteristics. Beach after beach after beach. I explored around the perimeter, wondering when the rain was going to come with gusto. One beach was massive, probably the longest beach I've ever seen out in the Tobeatic wilderness area. It was so cool just to be able to walk it from end to end. The rain held off for a long while. I kept traveling along beach after beach. When there were rocks to climb out on, I climbed out. Overall, the walking just back from the shore was pretty good, and I had little trouble. I had a great time. What could be better than exploring beaches on a lake in the woods? Finally, the sky opened up and it began to rain quite hard. I took a few last looks over the lake and decided it was time to turn around and go back to the campsite and see what Aaron had been up to. It rained hard all the way back to the campsite and my hair got soaked. My rain gear, however, even my shiny new rain pants, did not leak at all. Well, the wind has come up. It was already cold. Here, the rain has been intermittent. It poured rain for a while this afternoon. We're both here making supper. It is
cold.
Icy cold. The wind is icy cold, and
blistering cold.
My hair was soaked from my hike, and I'm chilly. I've had trouble getting warm. It's in my bed. Did some texting though. I got a signal here, so I was chatting with my boy Cameron. Hey Cameron. And send a message out to my wife. But anyway, we're making some supper. And we've got fire! Fire! I must go tend to it. There's my broccoli chicken casserole. We managed to get the fire going over there. Oh, Aaron's got turkey dinner. Potatoes and stuffing and gravy and broccoli, peas and corn.
All kinds of goodness.
Yummy. All right, now it's time to eat. The rain let up again and we had a nice evening around the fire enjoying some good food before hitting the sack. We woke up Wednesday, day 5, to an overcast sky. This was our last layover day at the White Sand Lake campsite. The early morning was still and calm. Aaron and I got some breakfast and a coffee into us before heading out for the day's adventures. When we were getting ready to head out, I noticed the sun behind the clouds making neat patterns, like a fluffy white quilt enveloping the sky. Today, we had decided to paddle around White Sand Lake and explore its perimeter and beaches a bit by the canoe. We would make our way around the northern shore of the lake, and then around the east cove and eventually over to the south shore, where the carry to the Moosehead Lake was, along Moosehead Stream. Our plan was to make the first carry along Moosehead Stream, paddle the short section of the stream, and then make the second carry along the stream to this amazing look-off over Moosehead Stream Barren. Then we would make our way back to the campsite for our final evening there. The lake was breathtaking on our paddle around. The fluffy clouds with the sun shining backdrop reflected in the waters. Eventually the cloud cover would lift and the sun would come out to greet us and dry up the woods around us.
I'm pretty sure I was on every beach yesterday all the way along. I don't think I missed any of them. So I stayed pretty close to the shore and I kept peeking out. I know, like I said, it's calling to me. Let's get out, let's get out. We made our way lazily around the lake on the glassy calm water, smelling the fresh spring air after a day of rain. We paddled coves and explored beaches as we made our way around the lake to Moosehead Carry.
deadfall down everywhere. So right in this mass of deadfall is what was the most used campsite on the first carry heading from White Sand Lake to Moosehead. So since I've been here last, which is about 7 years ago, all the trees on the point, basically, where you put in have all fallen down, and the trail is obscured and the campsite is gone. It's shocking. So Aaron and I found a way around the deadfall not too bad, and found the trail, and I'm just here, let me show you this. This is a big tree that's come down. Look at the root system. It's torn right in half. Those trees have fallen down into the water. Man, there's Aaron getting ready. We're heading over towards Moosehead just to play. I don't think we're going the whole way, but I'm going to go over and see that spectacular second carry.
To get from White Sand Lake to Moosehead Lake, you make your way along Moosehead Stream. A series of 4 carries are required by average travelers, like Aaron and I, to get from point A to point B. You do far more carrying on the trip between the 2 lakes than you do paddling. The first carry coming out of White Sand Lake is the longest at approximately 1,000 meters. It's a good carry, fairly open, easy to follow, and pretty easy walking. We made our way across with the canoe to paddle the first small section of the stream that is paddled on this journey. The first carry spits you out onto a lovely landing looking up Moosehead Stream. The cloud cover from earlier in the morning had burned off, and now the sun was shining brilliantly. The stream was full of rocks, so we took our time, carefully maneuvering up the small section to the second carry.
Yep, swampy.
It's only been
Recently.
in spring.
It's a great mystery. A great mystery. Who was it? Ooh, it's swampy. Hmm? Oh, yeah.
You don't poop on the trail.
Yeah, those are recent footprints.
Yeah.
Like we missed them last night. Are they going the other way? Those ones are going the other way. Anyway. On the 600 carry, on the way to Moosehead. Aaron's waving me by. He's just made a smelly and he's trying to blow it out of the air.
Both.
Both. We're just out for a stroll. High tea, maybe. A cup of tea.
Don't start with that tea.
A cup of tea would be good.
That would be awesome.
We should have brought the stove. You know.
We could have.
We could have. It's right.
There's tea in my pocket.
Uh-oh.
the tunnel. I see a blue ribbon. I see a blue ribbon. Cameron and I have been here. Blue ribbon. See some brittle. And we see poop. Dun, 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 dun. You tie a new blue ribbon?
Go tie new blue ribbon.
This is the way it's done. Hey, there's another put in. You challenged to get into that one. Tying a ribbon. Fascinating.
Man, that's gorgeous. Look at it.
I know.
Take our viewers.
Oh, that is nice. Oh, look at the rocks in the middle.
Yeah.
It's flowing two directions. That side and this side.
They call that a splitter.
That's how you steal cable.
Splice.
That's right.
Steel cable. Alright. Here.
Yep, I saw it. He's right in front of us.
Water.
Right there. Look at the water running over that beaver dam.
Yes, sir.
At the end of the second 600-meter carry along Moosehead Stream, you come to a dramatic hill overlooking a large barren. It's a picture-perfect scene with the stream snaking its way through the rough barren, dividing land from land. This day, the noonday sun was bright and making it truly a spectacular and wondrous scene to behold. Oh, the beauty of nature and creation.
It's a beautiful spot. You never eat lunch there?
No?
Usually traveling through. You don't hit it this time of day if you're traveling through. Well, depending on where you start.
After we ate our lunch, I went climbing around on the rocks. Of course. I got to do something that I never thought I'd be able to do. I climbed the large, prominent rock in the panoramic view from the top of the hill when you're descending the trail. I didn't think that the rock was climbable, but sure enough, I managed to make my way to the little pointy top, and what a great view. With our destination achieved and my stomping around through the Hardacks finished, we gathered ourselves up and headed back through the carry to where we left the canoe on Moosehead Stream.
We made our way back out to White Sand Lake. While we were away playing, the wind had come up considerably and we had a pretty good headwind to contend with. We continued to paddle around the lake a little bit and explored another landing, but before long we made our way back to the campsite to get our supper started and camp chores done. This would be our last night on White Sand Lake before beginning our journey back out to the civilized world.
Aaron's got a
It's really good.
meal fit for a king there. Look at the bacon. Bannock. Aaron's the bannock master. You want to know how to cook bannock in the woods in a frying pan?
Oh, yeah.
Man, he does a good job. Perfect every time. I tend to burn it or have it undercooked.
I just about
Go
ruined
in.
it, though. I almost
Did you?
flipped it out of the pan. But I don't videotape my review.
You should be videotaping it. Here's my corn chowder. So you need to check this video out because this I had a couple bites of it and it is stellar. Anyway, we're gonna have some supper, get a fire going, and relax for the evening.
It was another fun day of adventure in the books for Aaron and I. It was great for me to see that section of the Moosehead stream again, to find, or rather to not find, the campsite at the beginning of the carry, and to paddle around the lake exploring. We had a great supper and a really nice fire. The marshmallows were good, as was the company. We soaked it all in, realizing that tomorrow would be the day that we leave this beautiful spot behind, only to look for the next beautiful spot to rest our bodies and our souls.